Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the FSTA podcast. Today I'm here with a special guest. I have Chengkuach. Hey Chengkuach,
Yep.
thank you for coming today.
Cheers.
So we'll start off by just tell me a bit about yourself, about
Yeah.
your past. Yeah.
Okay. So I was one of the early starters with Asphalt. So back in the days, we had a team in Footscray called AVA Seagulls. So that's when we were like in year seven, grade six. And a lot of the boys there, we bonded, created a good team. And during that process, that's when the whole sporting sort of playing in a league type. We used to play sports already, soccer specifically, but we didn't play in a team yet. So AVA Seagulls was like the beginning of playing soccer for an actual team that's registered. And Asphalt was our first coach, so it was a very interesting journey there.
No, that's good. So so it was just general. You were playing soccer. Would say like just at school, like you had a
Yeah.
passion for it. However, there was no team, there was no like competition you were playing for, and then you had AVA Seagulls.
Yeah.
That's good. So how did that come about? Like how did you and Asphalt meet basically?
Okay. So when I was in primary school, so grade six specifically, we used every recess, lunchtime, the boys will come together. We'll play soccer. Abraham, just these are some of the boys that used to play with us as well. Caleb was there, so we'll play. And then one day, Abraham and Caleb came up, and they said they have a team, they have a tournament that's happening, and then they invited the boys, and we went to that tournament. So this was like the beginning. That's when we met Asphalt during that tournament, and then we played that tournament, and then that's when AVA Seagulls basically started.
Okay, no, that's good. So so you were at AVA Seagulls. How long was that for?
So AVA Seagulls, our first season, the first tournament might have been 2007, and then the actual first season was 2008. So we played from 2008, 2009, 2 years specifically. That's how long I was at AVA Seagulls.
Okay.
Oh, 2 years and a half.
2 years and a half. Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's good. And then from AVA Seagulls, it ended in 2009.
Yeah, so at the end of the season in 2009,
Okay.
that's when
Okay, and for
AVA Seagulls
okay,
ended.
and for you, had soccer stopped then, or did you continue playing?
No, so I continued playing. So, and some of the boys as well, because we used to be in the same high school.
Okay.
So after AVA Seagulls, some of the boys joined other clubs, specifically Melbourne Knights, George, Sunshine George Cross. That's the soccer team I went to. And then I continued soccer from there.
Okay, all right. And at what age had you stopped playing soccer, or did you
I'm actually still playing
still
right
playing?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still playing right now. So I've continued playing, but I've made sure to transition, obviously making a life for myself as
Yeah,
well.
of course,
and
because
trying to,
soccer
yeah,
was back when you were younger, soccer was your everything.
pretty much.
Yeah, and then there's of course when you had grow up, you had to like your life starts to come about. Yep.
Yep.
So what was your how was the transition from just soccer to like now bringing your life into it?
Yeah, so the transition was basically just sitting with myself and trying to figure out, okay, well, I need to do this and I need to do this and I need to get this.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll make soccer still be a part of my transition. So I'll continue to train, continue to play while making sure I'm still, doing my studies on the side, planning ahead, and all those kind of things. So putting them hand in hand rather than just focusing on one thing during that
No,
time.
perfect. And of course, the main question in regards to that, what is your life? So what do you do apart from soccer? So
Yep. So right now I work for a tech company. So I am an account executive for a tech company, and then on my free times, well, I won't say free times, but I'm also playing soccer.
Of
So
course,
Tuesday and Thursdays I'll go to training.
Of course.
Saturdays I'll play games, and then throughout the week I'll go to work.
Yeah.
And just balance the two.
Okay.
And just continuing it like that.
Okay. No, beautiful. And so so when you are playing soccer, so I know that you're still playing it, even from AVA Seagulls, had there been any setbacks or anything that had made you think like, oh, maybe I should stop, oh, like this isn't for me?
I think with soccer, and I guess with every other sport, the lingering, plan B is always going to linger as well. The longer you go and the more you're not seeing things not coming into fruition as quick as you want them to see.
Yeah, of course.
And the pressure from the outside as well to build a life for yourself at the same time. So I would say probably, and I think for most people, once you start reaching 18, 19, 20, towards reserve seniors type of, that's when you start to focus both on, your life and soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, of course. And what was your biggest accomplishment when playing soccer? Right. So when playing soccer, what was your biggest accomplishment? And going back on AVA Seagulls, had there been any major accomplishments there or anything that stood out to you?
Yeah. So I think I would probably say two. The team that we had during that time period, we were a group of boys that were going to school together. We were going to the same school, would hang out after soccer and during soccer. And there was a specific tournament during that time where we had a bus and everyone was on the bus and we're just going to this tournament. Everyone's excited. And we did really well in the tournament, won the tournament.
You won that tournament?
That was a really, really good accomplishment as well for the team. And
that's
for
very
the boys. Good. But the relationship among us, I think as a team was also a good accomplishment for the team during that time period as well.
Okay. And so we know that, soccer was in all your life, and so what did soccer mean to you? So what was soccer for? So for you, was it like Tamaka stop playing soccer would mean nothing, or did it hold a really high value?
It's probably hard to say because as you go through life, you tend to learn more things, and what you realize was everything. Yes, it can still be everything, but you learn other things as well that you can still be successful in. And I think especially for us as a group during that time period, we'll go to school and we'll do the average thing that everyone does, just go and play soccer. The boys will come recess. We don't want to focus on work, school
studying.
Work. You just just do this and do that. But as you grow up, you learn other ways as well. So during that time period, we probably had maybe, I would say, limited mindset that this is probably the only area I can be this in or be that in, and that's where you put all your energy in. But I in general, I think the best part about it is you learn so much throughout the whole process.
Of course.
You learn how to work hard. You learn how to commit. You learn how to be consistent. You learn how to plan, and you learn how to go through hard days. Sometimes you probably might have a bad game. You might, miss a goal that you should have scored.
Yeah, of course.
And, you're gonna go through. Emotionally, you're gonna regulate your emotion. You're gonna feel bad, but then you're gonna feel good after. And that is teaching you, relegating your emotions, being committed, working hard. And I think those values going forward, especially with the transition period, help with, with work and everything that you do outside of that. So, so I would say the main passion is what I've learned throughout that journey, what I've learned throughout that process.
No, beautiful. And And you've been through a lot. Like the soccer was in all your life, so you would have experienced a lot. So
Yeah.
if there was any advice, or if there's anything that you faltered in the past and had come across and said like, oh, maybe I could have done better, that you could advise people, what would that advice be?
What would that advice be? I would
Yeah,
say,
anything. It could be any general advice or anything that any mistake that you don't want someone else to make.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a really, really good question because now when I look back at, say, a lot of the boys that played soccer and sports in general, I think having a concept of transitioning in your mind as well will help you even play better because you put so much pressure on yourself. So sometimes balancing your soccer with something else as well. Say you have like a backup or something like that. That's gonna keep you calmer
Yeah,
than if you just, put your head into just one thing
of
straight.
course, of
So
course.
that would just give you so much. You're gonna be very anxious all the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
because you're just
No, you will
focused and
be.
you're
Yeah,
gonna make a lot of mistakes.
yeah,
So having options, in a
yeah,
sense, is something that's gonna keep you
yeah,
calm and you're gonna keep working hard and
yeah.
so forth. So
No,
that's what I would say. Yeah,
that is, yeah,
yeah,
that's
just
good.
having a calm mindset and having an option mindset.
Option mindset. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very good advice. And my final question for you, we've spoken a lot about
yeah,
soccer, so we'll put all the soccer aside. It's the final question. If there's one food you'll eat for the
yeah.
rest of your life, what would that
Shit.
food be?
Oh my, that's oh that's a hard one. If there's one food I'll eat for the
Yeah,
rest of my life. Oof, I'll just go simple. I don't have one of those, specifics where
yeah,
you go, oh, this food. I
yeah.
would say just healthy and just straightforward. Just rice and,
Rice,
and meat.
rice and meat.
That would
Yeah,
that would do the job
that'll
for
do
me.
the job
Just
for
keep
us.
myself healthy.
All right, perfect.
100%. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so it's been me and Chengkuach, and thank
Yeah.
you guys for watching.